Hey guys, this is Natalia with YBConfused. If you want to learn how to be carefree in the grocery store because you don't have to do any planning, let me know. Let me show you guys. Excuse this other stuff. But from December to January, all the way to December 2020, I have my grocery list. Look, I could pop any of these open. Bam. And I know exactly what I need for the month. I don't have to think about my grocery shopping at all. At all. I just do. And this is what I did so I can have that freedom. Show you guys soon. Promise you, everybody I talk to about this thinks I'm crazy for planning out my meals this far in advance. But when they're all scattering to find last-minute meals, I am prepared. Stick around to figure out how I do it. Alright guys, so I'm just going to go ahead to my boards and I'm going to pull up everything I have. Please do not mind my crazy Pinterest boards. I can go on binges. Yeah, sorry. But I do go to my planned meals board. That is where I keep everything. And as you can see, they are all organized by month. Now this currently has my 2019 and my 2020 meals on here. And if you click on them, you can find the recipes quickly. I am a stickler for only finding recipes that have the ingredients in the pin. I don't like having to go searching through somebody's blog for my ingredient list. It's just too much time spent, and this is already a little bit of a process. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead under my January tab, and I am going to add the dates. I generally pick Thursdays because originally when I was creating this list, we were making our meals on Thursdays, but then we recently switched over to Mondays. But just for continuity of my food schedule, I'm going to keep it on Thursdays for this. Now, Cozy is a little sensitive. In the mobile app, if you type in all caps, it's going to make a category or like a subtitle. You don't want that, and it considers numbers to be all caps for some reason. So that's why I put the lowercase a next to it, so that way I can have it as an item instead of like an entire category. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and just add this last date, while I look at my calendar and see I didn't put the A, so I gotta go back and fix that now. And now I'm just going to reorganize the dates in order. Be very careful when you're doing this because the Cozy app is very sensitive, and as you see, December 1 decided to join the January category. We're just going to put that back where it belongs. Okay, and now I can go in and start searching for items to prepare. Now, I don't really know what I want to eat. Let's see. Okay. So Lambo recommended beans, so we're just gonna go ahead and type in beans and see what we can come up with. Let's see. All these different kinds of bean meals. We're just gonna go ahead and scroll down and see what we can find. Soup, bourbon baked beans, mashed cauliflower. Not sure how that got in there. Oh, look, there's black bean and lentil soup. Let's try that out. As you see, this is one of those that has the recipes all on the side because you know I'm lazy. I'm trying to do as little work as possible. And you can just take this and import it into your grocery list. But right now I'm going to go ahead and add this item to my Cozy list and also add. Okay, So we just go to plan meals. I'm going to bring it down to January. So like all my Januaries for each year. So like when I had my 2019 meals are in there. My 2020 meals are in there now. My 2021 meals. And it makes it easier because if you wanted to, you could do the same schedule. Like as long as you make sure to mix up the meals in your year, by the time January comes back around, you're not going to know the difference. So you could really just repeat the same annual menu if you wanted to. But now that's in January. So we're going to now go over to our phone and we're going to write the name of this meal exactly by the pen. So I'm going to come to January 7th and I'm going to say black bean and lentil soup. Bam. Cool. That's done. Then we're going to add this to our grocery list. So let me just pull this up and make our grocery list. Again, in Cozy, when you want to make a category, you want to do it in all caps. So I do produce, canned goods, spice, condiments. Oh no. Dairy, and then like house, because this is the same shopping list I use for like everything, right? And then cats, because I have my fluffy beans. Okay, so now that I've done that, the only difference between the Cozy app on your PC and the Cozy app on your phone is on your PC, everything is automatically at the bottom and you kind of got to drag it to where it actually belongs, which is a little irritating. While on your app, you can just hit the plus sign. On your phone, you can hit the plus sign and then add it directly to that category. I wish they would update the PC one, but they're probably not invested in it because I'm probably the only one who uses the PC version. But yeah, so now I'm going to go and copy all of this into here to make sure. And I want to keep note of like the ounces or the quantity, so that way when I have other things that have the same ingredient, I know exactly how much of that ingredient I need for the month. So when I do my monthly shopping, I get everything. Okay, so we're going to need 15 ounces of black beans. And normally I convert because I am here in Nigeria, but I don't have the conversions memorized just yet, so I'll convert that at a later time. 2 carrots, 2 cloves of garlic, and you could type it out like that, or you could be just like me and be as lazy as possible. And we're just going to copy and paste. Hey, I'm trying to be lazy and you're making it complicated. Hey, stop making it hard for me to be lazy. Look, we're just going to do just like this. Bam. Since you want to be difficult and whatnot. Okay, and then we're going to put all of this under produce. I wish there was is there a way for me to, no. I wish I could control and select all of them. There's just so many flaws with the PC version, but the app is still very useful for what I'm doing. It's just, it makes the planning process just a tad bit longer. Okay, so we want vegetable broth. 4 cups of vegetable broth. Now, I don't consider vegetable broth to be a canned good. I consider it to be more of a condiment. That's just how I think. Put them in whatever category works best for you. And then olive oil. I put under condiments as well. I don't eat like a lot of mayo or ketchup and things of that sort, so my condiment section will be completely blank. Yeah, cumin is going to go under spices because that's what I use it for. And then we've got all of these little spices. Bam! And they're not going to each make their own. You got to kind of come in here and separate them. I don't know. Because we have company. It's only because we have company. Mm. Okay, so we're going to now move this up to the spice section. Okay, and then we've done that. So we've penned it. We've put it on our food schedule list. So like just in case we were like, hey, what are we eating next week? We could pull that up, and then we put it on our grocery list. So bam. We're going to go back. And we're going to look for something else. So let's say I want crab legs. By the way, don't do this on a hungry stomach. On a hungry stomach, on an empty stomach. Guys, y'all know me. Yeah. Y'all just gonna deal with my craziness today because apparently I can't speak. Fried crab legs. I've never had fried crab legs before. Oh, and this is like a great way to like experiment with different recipes. So yeah, you run the risk of if you didn't like it, you've got it for a week. But if you do like it, you've got it for a week. I like to experiment with these things. There have been times where we completely destroyed a recipe and we had to like come up with another plan and make something different, but that is very rare. Yeah, it's been pretty rare. Most of the time, the only issue we have is we don't convert the quantities to the serving size quite right. So I made that mistake a moment ago. See, look, I guess this kind of has the list. But that's not sufficient enough for me because it doesn't allow me to be as lazy as I want. I don't want to boil. Who said boil? I never put the word boil in here. So let's see. Let's do fried crab legs since I'm curious about that now. And see how many pins we can find. Oh, look at this. All these. Nope. Nope. Are all these the same person pinning at different times? That's what it seems like. It seems like the same lazy McGee.
Food and life.
Oh, I am not down for videos on Pinterest. Y'all can judge me for that. I don't know. I picked the wrong thing. I could actually come in here and pick the ingredients off of the actual like blog site, but I'm so lazy. I'm so terribly lazy. Creole mustard. Chicago style relish, excuse me. Yeah, that seems really specific. And like I'm not gonna have those ingredients in Nigeria. So moving on. Fried soft shell crab. Okay. I wish Pinterest had a way for me to know if it had the list on here. Look, I really want this fried crab, guys. This is probably what takes the longest. Me deciding that I don't want to go on blog sites to find the recipe and that instead I'll just do this. So I think I'm going to give in. They plated this very well. This image looks great. So let's see what they have on their site. The Saucy Southerner. Ah, saucy. All right, look, I can copy and paste. You see what happens when I stop being so lazy? So it's flour, cornmeal, Creole seasoning, black. Oh, that is not that bad. See, guys, sometimes you have to be a little less lazy. So we're gonna put that on here. Fried crab legs goes on the phone for the 14th. Now, if you guys do celebrate holidays or things of that sort, you can factor that in to your planning. We don't celebrate holidays, so that's not a concern for us. But if you do, no shame or anything, just factor it in. So if you know you're going to be like out of town for New Year's or something like that, or that's what your plan is, then you may not have to plan a meal for that week, right? Or you can do like snack foods for like all your little fun trips and crap. So I need soft shell crabs. Soft shell crabs. And one thing I didn't show you guys on the other one is that you actually have to check the serving size. So it feeds 2 to 4 depending on the size of the crab. Well, this is going to get Lambo and I through a week. We are 2 people. We tend to eat 2 times a day. We should eat 4, but we don't. So that's 14 for each meal times 2. What? That is not what I said. Nothing's acting right with me today. So that's 28 meals. So if this makes, let's say it makes an average of 3, I need to multiply this by 9. So means I need a buttload of crab to eat this for a week. Lambo and I do eat smaller portion sizes, so I probably won't get as many as you just saw me calculate. But my mouse just went out. Guys, this is really like the worst time to film this. Y'all gonna get the real, whether you like it or not. So we're gonna say we want to do like 40, about 40. Let's see. I probably won't do that. Plus they have smaller crabs here, so we'll see. That's always a judgment call I can make in the store the day of. Okay, so I need all-purpose flour. This is one of those I don't really put the exact measurements in because I buy things by bulk. So I don't need to put in exactly how much flour I need. I just kind of have, before I leave the store, I kind of look and see how much. See, cornmeal is another thing. You kind of have like a big thing of it. Don't really need to measure that out. Seasonings, yet again. Like, I made taco seasoning that I still have a crap ton of because I don't use it as much as I thought I used it. So like you can kind of decide, like if I'm buying groceries for the month and I get a thing of buttermilk, I know I'm not going to use all that buttermilk, right? Like I'm going to be coming up with creative like sauces and things like, well, I mean, you can make ranch, but I'm going to be coming up with things I can make out of the buttermilk, and so it doesn't go to waste. So yeah, so I'm just going to keep going down. You would just keep going through this process until you get through your year. It seems really hard, but remember, you don't have to do it in all one session like I do. I normally do mine all in one session, but you don't have to do that. You can do just a couple months. Like, say you're going out of town for a while and you're worried that the kids are going to eat junk food. Okay, get them something. Or if you're moving, right? In between moving apartments and things of that sort, and you're worried about like, oh crap, we're not going to have like food to eat. Well, you know you're going to have electricity in your new house. You can go ahead and have this scheduled, do it as a freezer meal, whip it up in the new house, or just make it really easy on yourself so you don't over shop. This is great for when you're in a transition, because I don't have any food waste in my home, which makes me feel really good because none of our food really goes bad. And I can save as much money as possible because I'm not buying unnecessary things. We actually don't buy snacks in the house because we don't have self-control. So when we are in a craving mood for snacks, we literally have to get off our tushies and go out and get snacks that very moment. And if it's not important enough to get us off our butt, then we don't need it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. As you guys see, I have these schedules packed down like I was working on January 2021. So I'm probably going to leave this alone because I've got some time, you know, like 2020 just started. So I don't need to be working on that just yet. But around maybe September time, I'll sit down and go ahead and do 21. And I may just reuse some of the things I've already done, or like the meals that we really liked, because you can on that app, if you wanted to, star things that you really enjoyed. I do share these with you guys every Monday on the YBConfused Instagram and Facebook page. So if you guys don't want to create your own, you kind of want to follow what Lambo and I are eating, you do have that option that comes out every Monday. If you guys wanted me to release our grocery list to you guys, maybe that's something I can think about doing on a monthly basis, kind of releasing our grocery list. So if you guys wanted to keep track of everything, but again, not a nutritionist. So if you've got dietary needs or if you have goals, definitely I recommend doing something that caters more to your lifestyle and your needs. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video so much. I'm hungry and I'm about to go eat the delicious food Lambo just finished. I will talk to y'all later. Bye!